Hello folks, welcome back to Let's Play Ripper, the 1996 Take-Two interactive full motion video point and click adventure game with possibly some combat. Let's talk to our editor. We're a journalist called Jake Quinlan. Let's talk to our editor Ian.
The Times is breathing down our back on this story. Get to work.
I think there might be something on that paper, but it looks or like it might be blank to me. But that's fine because they're working in a digital world, right? So the paper necessarily has to be for show. Okay, I'm going to take us to the world map. When we left off last time, we'd butted up against a couple of puzzles that I hadn't worked out the solution to. One is trying to decrypt a code that somebody had left on a library entry in the public library where you can only ask one thing. So that's something I'm still working on. I've tried a few different combinations of numbers and things, trying to work out what IA'd means. Haven't got anywhere with that. And the other thing was in Catherine Powell's apartment. But she had, I wrote it down, didn't I? Where did I write it? Catherine said, she left a note for us that said, "If anything should happen to me, look to the crystals and let the light shine your way." So I think we have to place the crystals on the segmented board in such a way that we direct light. There's only a vague sense of light there. There's no like graphical indication of a beam changing direction or anything when you put crystals in. Don't know what we're doing there. I think I may have artificially conflated that with all the astrology zodiac information that is abundant in her apartment as well, because actually, if I think about it, there's no explicit connection between the zodiac and the crystals. Just the crystals, they're just there to direct the light, I think. So the zodiac's probably for a different puzzle, and that is probably why in cyberspace we're not allowed onto the zodiac website. Astrology is forbidden. Because I was curious about cyberspace because there were lots of wells, as they're described in the fiction of this world and in the manual, and I wondered, well, whether the game was either locking off things that we hadn't unlocked internally in the game, so it's like, oh, this is not of relevance, so you're not going to get to go there, or whether we had whether the game was being quite interesting in narrative in having only certain decking in points, decks, maybe they're just decks, certain decks in certain locations restricted to certain sites. So in our work internet, we're only allowed to look at back issues of the paper that we write, and the public library where you can't ask for any information, especially not about astrology. But the manual seems to confirm that we will only get to access relevant wells once they've been unlocked in the narrative. So I think astrology is in our future. I'm looking into a couple with tea leaves in it, so that's also quite appropriate. But the only other thing I want to mention is that I didn't realise when I signed off last time, but amongst the locations that we haven't yet visited, which is going to be the focus of today's episode, after this long and rambling introduction, we've got a new one, Soap's Smokehouse, which must have unlocked after we'd been through Catherine's e-Rolodex. I wondered why Soaps had unlocked and nothing else. I think it's probably just because that's the only one that's actually of relevance in the game. Because while Soap's entry does have an address for Soap, a few of the other contacts have addresses as well. So I think they've probably enough of an address that you could track them down if you wanted to. I mean, we are supposed to be a professional journalist, so I think that the only thing is that this is just the relevant location for the story at this point. So our options of new places to go are Café du Champ. So there we would be tracking down I can't remember what they're called, but some kind of special neuro hacking person who would be able to possibly help Catherine in her comatose state. So that's what that lead is supposedly for. The Soap Smokehouse, I don't know. Soap is apparently into bugging and like covert surveillance, and Catherine was working with him. But whether that has any bearing on what's going on, don't know. But I guess it's a lead we can follow up. And then the Wofford Cottage is the wildest one. It's another case that bears no outward resemblance to the case of the Ripper that we're following up, other than it involves someone's death, and is like separated by time, and it just happened to be on the police detective's desk when we muscled our way in and photographed his confidential documents. So I'm gonna take the Dirk Gently approach. I mean, there's nothing that's entirely removed from this situation, but I think Wofford Cottage is the one to go for as the most tangential of our leads, and we'll see where that takes us. Thank you.
Who goes there? Murderer! Murderer!
Of the English language, maybe. I'm just a journalist.
Beware you. I've got weapons here that can render you helpless.
Relax, old timer. I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm just after some information.
You, sir, stand in my domain, and the question is, who are you? Speak quickly.
I'm Jake Quinlan from the Virtual Herald.
Quinlan. Quinlan, I know that name. You're the one who speaks for the Ripper.
No, I don't speak for him. He just writes me letters and we print them. They're news. But who are you? I thought the owner of this house was dead.
One of them is my twin brother, Hamilton. And he finished what he called the most fascinating project of his life. And then I found him, shot dead right here in this room. And I thought he'd just fallen asleep.
Oh, lovely Burgess Meredith there, being very tiny and giving a surprisingly grounded performance. There seems to be several. I mean, so is I'm not sure this character's name, but are they holding? That's not a baseball bat, is it? What is it? A broom? A very slender broom. But these these computer towers here, they seem to be rather oversized compared to. I assume this is Mr. Wofford, I will call him. Right, can I do anything here? I can swing around, and I can talk to him some more. I think we should ask him some questions. Is there anything else to interact with? Well, we can go over there, well, yeah, either towards this machine, which might be useful, or a fireplace with some interesting ornamentation. But let's talk to this person. Let's get some more info if we can. Oh, ask him what the police told him.
What did the police tell you?
The police, bah! I'm sure they're in on it.
Do you think the police are in on your brother's murder?
It's obvious the way they were rooting around in Hamilton's work. Kept asking him for his well address and threatened to lock me up if I didn't tell them. But they got nothing out of me. They took away cartons of his discs. But they won't find anything there. Hamilton was too smart for them to.
Was the cop a guy named Magnata?
Yes. I should have vaporized him. You'll get nothing out of me.
I'm sure.
Ask him about his brother's work.
Why don't you tell me about your brother's work?
You don't know? He was famous. Or he should have been. He built virtual worlds. Places from history and locations from the future. And you walk through them in cyberspace like walking through the corridors of time itself. And he was a genius like Leonardo.
What was he working on in the end?
I told you, mum's the word, as he would say. And all I know, it was something involving stranger research than usual. And he came out of cyberspace one night and he told me he'd spent the day in an English music hall. And that's all I can remember.
Wow.
Okay, I'm writing down mum's the word and English music hall. I don't know if these things will become relevant. But I'm rather magnetised by this performance, so let's ask him another question. Ask him who his brother was working for.
Who was your brother working for?
What makes you so sure that I know?
We all confide in someone. A brother's a good place to start.
I don't know. Hamilton.
Hey, you alright?
He's dead.
I know, it's hard. But you must have some way to at least find out who he was working for.
My brother thought that he was protecting me, I suppose. Yeah. Of course, how's the killer supposed to know he didn't tell me everything? Besides, I'm trustworthy as the day is long. It's not like I'm gonna tell anyone about his secret hiding places.
Excuse me, what are you talking about? What about hiding places?
You know about the hiding places, huh? Well then, you know more than I do. Hamilton was like Leonardo. I tell you, with devices and concealments, components hidden in secret compartments all over the blasted house. If I could just find them, I could plug them in and get his, well, address. But I don't know where the hell half of them are anymore. Maybe I should just clean the whole place out and move.
But in other
I
words,
think it's a broom.
I have to locate and unlock secret compartments in this cottage to find the address to Hamilton's cyberspace well?
well, yeah, that's the idea. Doubt you're clever enough to do it, though. Doubt you can do it.
Well, I didn't think the game would just come out and say it, but okay, I guess we're in Puzzle Town again. Yeah, I think that's a broom, but from that angle it looks odd. Okay, well let's go over to this machine here. Looking for compartments. It'll probably tell us when there's a puzzle. Right, we can examine this device. Let's do so. Oh, we can deck in. Interesting, this looks like a different interface to what we've had before. Well, let's try it, see what happens.
Virtual Dynamics Operating System.
Exit cyberspace.
So, this might only be here, we won't be able to access anything new now, but this might only be here for when we can access. So all of these points, I'm expecting that we can, once we unlock them within the story of the game, we'll be able to stop at them.
Virtual library.
Yeah, well that's no good for anything, is it? Spiderland, Apple Land, Ramesses Land,
Virtual Herald.
Bloomin' Virtual Herald. I double checked the pages of the paper to see if you got like any of the interior. You don't. Warp Space, that sounds fun. Some kind of I like the mythological, like that's reminds me of
Exit cyberspace.
British TV game show Nightmare and also Looney Tunes. So like I'm doubly on board with that one. Okay, so that's just a way to jack in. Excuse the expression. And I will do that when I have thoroughly investigated this building. Oh, sorry about the pause there. The game does seem to take a little breather every now and again, whether or not I'm recording. So I think it's just oh, okay. There's a door. Right, there's a door there, but I think I want to look at this room a bit more if I can. Hiya. Right, so there's like a thing in the middle. Is that something we can interact with? And there's a closet there as well. So we can't. So we'd be heading back over for a conversation there. I can't turn right. I can only turn left, as is usually the case in this game. Oh, hey. Okay, let's have a look at this central device. There's a book there as well. Okay, well now this looks like a puzzle, doesn't it? So apparently, according to the manual again, if I press F1 when we're on a puzzle page. Oh, inventory, nice. When I press F1 on a puzzle page, it should give me like puzzle specific help, but not hints. So here it says, here it does not function, but I do actually have a menu bar. Oh, interesting. Maybe this doesn't count as a puzzle. And I've got the inventory slot, so maybe I need a fuse or something. Okay. No, that's the general help. Okay, so there's two. I'm assuming we need to. I mean, is there anything else we can interact with? Let's turn it off again. So when the mouse pointer turns red, apparently that's an interactable object, and everything else is not. It's just the power button, isn't it? And two bulbs come on. Right, there's not a lot of hints there. Actually, let me check what are my settings for. I'm on easy. Well, let's see what happens with medium puzzles when we look at this again. No discernible difference. That's fine. Okay, so there's that. What about this machinery over here? Can I look at this? Because I feel like that's going to be... No, it's just a bank of monitors. It wants me to go to the door. Well, can I... I don't think I can get to the, like, what looks like a closet door on the other side. So can I? Or what? I'm not sure what's in the corner there, but again, that's probably not... No. Okay, so it looks like in this room we can do... the internet computer, or we can do the weird cube and 5 lights puzzle, and that seems to be about it. And then we can't really do anything with this bank of monitors or keyboard here. Alright, let's see what else there is in the house. I'm not sure how we get out of this building, so that's fun. Let's head over here. This might be our biggest location today. It's in most detailed. Okay, well... Right, there's clearly other stuff in this room to look at. Look at this puzzle board. Oh, it's a maze of some kind. What can I can interact with these switches. Holy moly. And these buttons? No, I can't interact with those buttons. So I'm assuming that will switch doors in this maze. I don't know, is there anything going to run through this maze? Click on the buttons on the right side of the table to manipulate the gates. Okay, that's fair enough. Any menu? No menu at the top. Okay. Right, button number 1. Am I making a... What am I making a path from and to? Because that looks like that's a point. I don't know what this is. And why there's a red section. I feel like some of the puzzles in this don't really tell you quite what the point of them is. Oh. Oh, that was... Oh, right, that was holding a ball. It's going to... I assume red is bad. Okay. Right, can I... can. So it seems to be that the third one doing the third one releases the ball. Okay. So we need to make a path from the top of the screen to the bottom screen where there's like the finish line checkers. Well, that's okay then. So we just need to fiddle with stuff. Okay, so I mean it's doing pretty well. Here, wasn't it? It went like oh no, why is that not? Oh, does that one alter gates as well as it does, as well as letting the ball free? Oh, that's disappointing. Because this is pretty good, right? Until that point, it needs to go down the other way. So that's good. What if I press this one? Well, this is good. And then let's have a look. Down here, around here. Ah, so not that. I can't switch that one back off until I run it. But I can switch these two. So that's confusing. So if I switch to this one. Oh, and then it runs it. I don't know why it would do that. It's not like it. Is there a certain number of buttons switches you can press before it activates? Maybe there is. Maybe it does it every 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, it's every 3. Gotcha. Well, that could be an additional nightmare, couldn't it? Okay, that's fine. I mean, the path is pretty good, apart from that part's not good, obviously. This part is good, we like this part. I think we want to do this one. Oh. And then this one, and then that one. No. Oh, and I was hoping there wasn't any crossover because it makes it a lot more complicated to work out when there's crossover between what gates a switch activates. You know what? Let's leave that puzzle for now. We might come back to that later. So it looks like there should be lots of interesting stuff to look at over here as well. Well, definitely these clocks are going to be a puzzle, aren't they? Let's have a look at these. Oh. Okay, so everything's set at 12. That's US Army clock. That's a pyramid clock. So I can set the time. But what do I want to set the time to? Actually, I can't set the time on... I have to manipulate camels to set the time on that one. Interesting. What do I want this to set the time to? I have no idea. How do I get out of this screen? There was a dagger a minute ago. There we go. Okay. Alright, I think I understand the gist of that one, but also I oh, do we need to look at this map? Let's look at this map. Oh, grab us some time zone chart. Can I actually look at this? No. Right. Well, what am I supposed to gather from this? Oh, I see. Oh, this is a bit of a... If this is what I think it is, this is a bit of a pain in the butt. So what have we got? We've got a Swiss cuckoo clock. A clock with pyramids of camels, which suggests Egypt. And one that's just labelled US Army and is sort of army green. So the Swiss clock, oh, where is Switzerland? Is probably in the like 1 o'clock time zone from this low grade map, and then Egypt is, I mean, Egypt's like the same, right? They're very close together longitudinally, I think. Oh no, sorry, Egypt, no, Egypt's further across from where I'm looking. It's probably 2 then, it's probably 2. And then, because, oh, so, you know what, let me point at what I'm looking at. So I think Switzerland's like, I don't know, there, probably there? Look at the tip of the dagger there, the point of it, and that's Egypt, for sure. And then the United States has multiple time zones, so what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? Yeah, I don't, unless there's a Morse, well, let's come out of this. How do I come out of this? Escape? Oh no. How do I get out? Oh, yeah, escape did work. Okay. So we'll have a look at them. Anything else identifying on the US Army clock? No. Well, that's frustrating. So I could set the Swiss cuckoo clock to 1. Okay. And then I could make the camels... No. Oh. Oh no, I've messed it up. Right. I love how this is just a little bit of pixel art. Right, I am going to click enough times to get us round to the 4 minute. I'm sure it resets itself when... Oh, where's the thing appeared? Oh, so what? I don't know. Yeah, it resets when I go away. I guess you could just try the different time zones. Because it'd be like... What is that? 6... No, 9... It'd be 8... 8... But yeah, what do you start as your reference point? Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'll do one more thing. Let's go out of here. So far, none of these puzzles seem to make a lot of sense to me. I guess the gates one does, I just don't want to do it. Right, how do I get out? I want to come out of this screen, please. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Help. 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 Oh, there. Help. Thanks. Thanks. No. Yes, let's change the... No, not that. This. Change the difficulty to easy and see if anything changes. Because I think that might be an easy... Well, an interesting Oh, so... Oh, that retained one. Can you click and drag this? Oh, you kind of can, yeah. Okay. Alright, so nothing changed there, that's irrelevant. I just wonder if it might, the contrast might actually give us a clue as to what the intent of the puzzle is. If we can try and gauge what they think is easy and what is medium. But no. Alright, well, we've got an idea of what that puzzle is about. There is a little secret door here. Is this for decoration? I mean, there's also the library area. I feel like that's... and a telephone. I mean, they might just be set decoration. We're just going to look at a dark wall. Brilliant. Okay. I think they might just be set decoration. I don't think I can... Hang on, let's turn around this way. I guess it's the table. Okay. I can go back this way. If I go forwards, is that just to the door? Or do I get to look at the library? I get a little glimpse of that and then I go straight to the door. Okay. Yeah, right up to the door. I must be only like 2 inches away from the door. Alright. I think the rest of this episode is probably a look around the rest of the building and try and work out where the puzzles lie. What's this thing on the wall? Patent award to Covington Wofford, so that's the other part. No. Oh, I feel like this is data we probably need, isn't it? Patent award to... So Covington is the person who is currently alive and in this building, right? If Hamilton... We were talking about Hamilton as the deceased. So, first patent... awarded first... Oh, sorry, the 5th day of the first month of 2011. Patent number. Now, you think that would be something that we could look up somewhere? If this were a proper detective game. That's what I would like to do anyway. But it might, I guess it might open up a conversation option. Oh, why are we looking? Oh, okay. The camera does some weird things, like this. Like, clearly there's only the only place we can go is through this door. Alright, we're in a... Is this a twin bed situation? I don't know if they are twins. Maybe they are twins. Right, yeah. Okay, can I look at this desk? This looks like there's something...
Another antique. The Woffords have quite a collection.
Okay, interesting. Thanks for the input, Jake. Right, so we've got like a coin operated, I guess it's a money bank, but like a weirdly set up one on some books. We've got a castle and an old-fashioned till, and we can't interact with them. Click on the change belt in the upper left-hand corner to send coins down the chute. Oh, thanks. I think this is going to be helpful. Alright, let's send coins down the chute. Where's my red? There's my red thing. Only highlights them one particular thing. Alright, let's see what this cowboy does. $0.10, I think. Do we just need to do this consecutively? Oh, now there's several buttons. Do they do... Oh, are they different cash amounts? And it knows what they are. Oh, was it like $10, $1? Sorry. Is that what's happening? I'm going to click on different buttons and see what happens. Okay. I'm sure they're not in numerical order, those. Oh, maybe you need to get them in numerical order. From high to low or low to high. So the last one I pressed was the highest. Right, and then it was this one, I think, was the 10. Oh, was they appearing different? Oh, interesting. No, that's the 5. Ah, okay. So I think it's 10 from left to right. 10, 5, 1, 25. Let's come out of here to clear it. And then we'll try again. So I don't know if you need... Well, should we try ascending order? Let's try ascending order. So I think this was 1. Did I get that right? And that's... Does it randomize every time? Oh heck. Well, let's check. Is this one 25? Oh, that was 25 though. So this one must be 1. There was a 1. I'm not going bonkers, am I? Yeah. Oh, okay, so I got the 10 and the 1 transposed. So either way, this attempt is not successful. Right, last go. I'd like to succeed at one of these puzzles before the end of this episode, please. Okay. Oh, but then they're in ascending order from left to right, so if you just press them in left to right, you get them in ascending order. Which kind of makes sense as a design feature of that thing, but... Do I need to actually spell out a particular number with this? I would assume so. Alright. I'm assuming this drawer is going to pop open with something in it if we get it right. But I don't... Alright. I've got my note. I know what button does what. That's fine. Let's continue looking. What's over here? Yes, is there twin beds? Can I go? I can go further in. Okay. Oh, there's a clock here. Can I look at this clock?
I see these old guys don't get around to fixing things.
Well, it says 2:35. No. No, I can't. This isn't a puzzle thing. Okay. Interesting. Alright, I feel like that's a piece of a puzzle towards something. I can't turn left, I can only turn right. Can we look at the bed or... No, just look back out to the room. Can I turn right? I can move forward. So does that get us back to the place where we're looking at the table again? It does. So from there I can turn. So 2:35 could be 2:35 or 14:35. Doesn't help us with... No, okay, I just turned this back right there. Doesn't help us with numbers. So I think we probably need 3 objects from 3 puzzles. The coin puzzle, the clock puzzle, and the table puzzle. We need to take them back into that room, and then we need to put them in the device with the 3 lights that don't light up, and go from there. Okay, there might be a little editing going on here. I'm gonna have another go at these, and if I get them correct, I will cut to the correct interpretation. Folks, I think I've accidentally done it. I was going through, clicking on the switches, trying to notice which ones changed with which button, and I think I've accidentally created the path, so fingers crossed this is gonna release some kind of delightful fuse or light bulb or something. Ah, yes, right. Pick that up with my little grabby mechanical hand. A vacuum tube. I'll have it. I'll take it, please. Use. Oh, done. Oh, it's just in my inventory. Brilliant. Oh, I feel like a very lucky genius. I had another look at the clocks and fiddled around with them. I had an idea of what we might need to do, and it didn't seem to work as I hoped it might. So I just came to have a look at another look at the clock, and it does very much say 2:35, doesn't it? So that's fine. But while I'm here, I'm going to have a go at the coin puzzle, because I've had a thought. So the only, like, this information about the time is in a separate room to the puzzle related to time. I think the patent number might be a clue to what we need to do here, because it does have a long sequence of numbers but also letters. So I've had a look, and the only part of the patent number that I can see might be relevant is the portion that reads X2551, because I mean that's the only sequence in which the numbers that we're available to us are presented on the keys of the till, if you take X to mean 10. So I'll give it a go, because I know where the buttons are. So let's do a 10. I hope these aren't randomised. Please don't be randomised. No, that's a 10. Brilliant. 25 is the last one. Okay, 5 is that one. And then 1 is the leftmost. Fingers crossed, I guess. Nope, that wasn't it. Okay. Back to the drawing board. But that will all be for next time. So until then, take care, and don't forget to change your clocks. Bye bye.